How do I do it all? The Brezza gives me the power.
Match 31 then, and we build up to KKR and Punjab Kings on Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricinfo timeout. Shall I say Punjab Kings versus KKR? This is at New Chandigarh. Punjab Kings just have to recover from what happened at Hyderabad when 246 was chased easily, as Shreyas Iyer laughed and said at the end of that game. KKR have picked themselves up. They hammered CSK. These days everybody is hammering CSK. Ian Bishop, Wasim Jaffer, Abhinav Mukund. Good evening, gentlemen. Let's look ahead to the game and let's focus on the two teams in action. How do you pick yourselves up if your bowling attack has just witnessed 246 being chased with such ease? Shall I ask the bowler first?
You welcome the fact that you're not playing against them and you're not playing on that ground. I mean, you've gone through a bashing, basically. So I would think that they'd be quite happy to get back to Mulampur, where it's swinging a little bit. It's a good surface there. So I think anything less than that type of Abhishek innings, you're quite happy to settle back into your rhythm.
Is there anything about the Punjab bowling that concerns you at all after that game, Wasim, other than Lockie Ferguson's injury?
I would say Arshdeep not picking up wickets early on. They look at him to pick wickets in the power play, and so does Marco Jansen. He hasn't been that effective. I don't know how serious is Lockie's injury and where do they go? Whether they go to another overseas bowler or they, go on and pick Vijay Kumar Vaishak or show trust in him. So I feel the power play bowling, Arshdeep especially, need to come to the party.
Abhi, get in on the Punjab bowling as well. Vaishak, we haven't seen after he did a really good defensive job. Game against Gujarat, they then went Yash Thakur. Would you want to make changes to that team after that kind of game?
First things first, if I was Shreyas Iyer, I'd be like, I lost last year to Punjab Kings and I had 260 and we went on to win the title. So that's what I'll be telling the dressing room. It's fine, 246, yeah, we lost one game, we're still okay. So then the problem with replacing Lockie Ferguson with Vaishak is I feel the attack becomes a little bit one-dimensional, where you don't have that express pace option. A lot is dependent on Arshdeep Singh and Marco Jansen. But then you'll have to trust in someone like a Xavier Bartlett or Aaron Hardy. So there lies in your combination. They were very risky at the start of the season where they went 4 bowlers, plus Maxwell Stoinis did the 5th bowler's job. So do they trust Stoinis a bit more and bring in Vaishak? I definitely think it's a straight shoe-in for Vaishak if need be, because they need a middle to death overs bowler.
Who knows, maybe they would have gone that way if Lockie's injury hadn't happened. But I think at the core of Punjab's bowling is Yuzvendra Chahal's not quite firing big time. Why? And what can we expect after the games he's had so far for that to change?
I think it's just a matter of when and where he's used. I don't think many spinners who are not mystery haven't had great big successes this season. You look at guys who are bowling quicker and guys who have a little bit more mystery in their first years, they're having a lot more success than the guys who are the usual suspects. So I'm not going to over-analyze Yuzvendra Chahal and his number of wickets. I wouldn't say that. I think it's a new franchise. Getting used to it, I would still think he's fine.
Bish, Chahal?
It's a little concerning, and I asked when we spoke to the spin bowling coach one of the earlier games, Sunil Joshi.
Yeah.
And he said it was all right. But since then, it's been a couple more games, and Yuzvendra hasn't really hit them. And he's so very experienced. You'd expect him to have caught on. I understand your point about new franchise, but he's been around the park for a long time.
Yeah.
So I thought he would have made a contribution by now. So I'm not saying he won't get better, but it's just a little concerning at this point that he hasn't clicked yet.
I just feel he needs to change his mindset a little bit more, need to be a little bit more aggressive. He's going to very defensive approach, looking to slide the ball rather than, imparting spin, which we have seen when he got Travis Head out. He doesn't bowl those deliveries quite a lot. Yeah. As soon as he gets hit, he tries to slide it down outside off stump and bowls those slider rather than looking to spin the ball. We've seen Vipraj Nigam do that. We've seen other leg spinners do that. I think he just needs to be a little bit more, aggressive in his approach.
Okay, fair enough. at Mullapur, now new Chandigarh, is the way to go batting first? RR won their batting first. Punjab themselves beat CSK batting first. And Shreyas, curiously, even at Hyderabad, decided to bat first. Is that the template for the Punjab Kings still, or do they revisit that?
I haven't been to New Chandigarh, but whatever reports have come in is very minimal dew there. And it feels like an easier ground to actually defend once you put up the runs on the board. It's a similar case with Kolkata Knight Riders. I think you have runs on the board, you can put pressure. You saw how they possibly had a game in
they should
hand
have won.
against Lucknow Super Giants. And if there's one cause for concern, it's that, because there's a lot of middle order muddle there. So I'd bat if I were Punjab.
Yeah, happy with that, Bish? You have been to
Been there
New
twice.
Chandigarh.
And yeah, there was no, Shreyas thought they would be due in the first game. There wasn't any due, and they got bowled out for 100 and a little bit, and then chose to bat first the next game. But the only caveat I would say is that they got 219 or something like that against Chennai. And Chennai got 200 and a little bit, and they really labored towards the back end. So it doesn't mean that if you don't bat first, that you can't overcome whatever is set before you.
KKR, very quickly. They did bounce back from that game that they should have won against Lucknow, tall chase as it may have been, beat CSK. Moeen Ali played his part, but Andre Russell, we saved you here, Bish, because we want to talk Andre Russell and why KKR aren't getting the best out of him.
Why they aren't getting the best out of him? I don't know why they aren't getting the best out of him. I don't think Russell needs anyone to help him, really. He knows how valuable he is to this team. He knows how valuable they are to him. So, I mean, his bowling just needs opportunity, as far as I'm concerned.
Have you ever had a chat with him of, Andre, do you like to not come in before the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th
All the
over?
time. Every year, every franchise that he plays for. And the impression that he gives me, sometimes quietly, is he doesn't mind batting early.
He doesn't mind batting?
He does not want to sit there and only come in after 17 overs.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He wants to bat.
There are
Get him in early.
very few people who have the skill set that Andre Russell has, who can come in after 17th and do that. I think Rinku still needs a few balls to get going. You've got Rahane, you've got Raghuvanshi. You need Rinku, who needs at least 7 or 8 balls. Then you've got Ramandeep Singh. I'm not saying that does not mean you send in an Andre Russell because of the fact that you are made in such a way that your team looks like
But it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because there's so much batting depth, you think Russell can bat at the end of that depth also. But maybe that's not actually the best use of the batting depth. So would you have Russell bat somewhere earlier and leave Rinku maybe with Ramandeep for the end? Should that be the way to go for KKR? Asim?
Well, they got it wrong in the last game. I felt they should have sent Rinku Singh.
That's the Lucknow game, you mean?
Yeah. And then after Rinku, they should have gone to Andre Russell and then Ramandeep. So they got it wrong. They sent Ramandeep and then Raghuvanshi. I thought that was, in my opinion, that was a mistake. But they need to trust Russell a bit more. We've seen that with Nicholas Pooran as well. He used to be slotted in as number 5, number 6. But see what he can do. I can understand he's technically far more better. But if you give them a lot more overs, you'll get more out of him. But you need to put that responsibility into them.
All right, very quickly. Moeen Ali at the Chepauk, I understand. But Moeen Ali or back to Spencer Johnson for that ground, which you've seen, high-scoring ground that it is?
I'm still going Moeen Ali.
Moeen Ali. Yeah. He's been their lucky charm. Just try and they won every game Moeen's played. That was Matt Roller's
Is that
wisdom.
what he's reduced to now? Just a lucky charm?
He's bowling well as well, but Matt literally said they won every game with
versatility with the bat as well. Just a lucky charm.
Just pointing it out.
He'll still bat ahead of Russell there.
Yeah, see, there's that. There is that. It's a tough one to predict, I think, but I'll ask you to just go down to maybe the one contest that you think could define this game. Shreyas is in form, Priyan Sharia, Narayan Chakravarti. We know that the KKR batting is long and there are batters that are finding some form. The matchup you're looking most forward to in this game. Abhi?
I want to see what approach the new Shreyas Iyer takes against these spinners. We've seen him go after the bowling quite a bit, and we've seen him hit a few more sixes than what he has. Not the smallest of venues is New Chandigarh. It's got a decent sized pocket. So will he take them down? What approach does he play with the uncapped Indian batters around him? It'll be nice to watch that.
Lovely. Shreyas against Varun and Narayan. Wasim?
I think that one, but Maxi, how because he hasn't come to the party yet as a batter. I think he needs to step up because most of the work is done by the Indian players. I think him and Stoinis, even though he did well, he finished the innings well.
Yeah.
But I think Maxi needs to come to the party.
Maxi, the batter, Ian Bishop.
Priyansh Arya against Vaibhav Aurora and whoever else uses the new ball, whether it's Harshit Rana or whoever.
Yeah.
That kid can play. But someone like Vaibhav swerves the ball nicely from leg to off to the left-hander. So that, to me, could be a crucial part. Perhaps Imran Singh up there as well.
Excellent. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Anyone calling a favourite ahead of this game?
I'm going Punjab.
Punjab.
PBKS.
Oh, well, not as close as I thought. Okay, maybe you're trusting in the KKR batting order to keep to what we've expected.
Captaincy.
Thank you, Pish. Thank you, Wasim. Thank you, Abhi. That is our build-up to the game between Punjab Kings and Kolkata Knight Riders at New Chandigarh on Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricinfo Timeout.
How do I do it all? The Brezza gives me the power.